Hey guys, this is part 4 to what deku was the Devil's Son. So yeah, first part 4 on this entire channel. And I'm actually quite happy about that one. I'm surprised that I even got it to be like this. You know, this is the only part 4 on my channel yet. And it's quite literally the last WAF I've made. So yeah. I'm going to say that Deku has a dog in this what if. He adopted, this dog. I'm going to say Deku just, found a dog on the street one day. And, actually put it in his, League of Villains. Not League of Villains, but in his, villain league. It's called the the 7 Sins. I'm calling it the 7 Sins. It has like 20 members. So yeah, now the dog's Now, the dog is a member of the 7 Sins. And I remember hearing off a YouTuber that some animals have quirks. So I'm making this dog have a quirk. And his quirk is Hellhound. The dog can basically make fire and stuff like that. He basically can release fire from his body. So, you get it? Hellhound? Oh, and it's not really a dog, it's actually a wolf. I'm going to say it's actually a wolf, So, it makes a lot more sense for Deku to have a wolf over, I mean, look at this. It looks more like a wolf skull than anything. So, yeah. I'm making it wolf. And the wolf's name is Shadow. Yeah, the wolf's name is Shadow. So, yeah. Get it like darkness and stuff. So, where should I go from where I was last off? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm going to say that. Hold on real quick. I'm going to have to check the video out again. Okay, guys, I just rewatched the video. Now I know where I left off. So, yeah. I'm gonna rehash something. He doesn't say that I go to the school. He says, I have a friend at the school, and I'm following him. So, basically, Deku creates Deku basically, just, snaps his fingers, the Nomu comes out of the portal, and, he snaps his fingers again for Shadow to come out of the portal. If he chooses to, he can store his friends in this little dimension type thing, where, he can basically, where he takes people's souls, but if he chooses to, he can't, take the souls of his friends, basically. If he chooses to, basically. He can take the souls of his friends, but he can choose not to take the souls of his friends. So, yeah. I'm just saying that. And, then he snaps after, every villain is getting attacked, and Shadow basically releases a lot of fire in the arena, and, the Nomu, basically starts beating up all the villains. Then Shigaraki realizes who this is. The League of Villains is really unknown, but to certain villains in the villain underworld, they are known. And there is one villain league that is the boss of every villain league, basically. I'm going to say, well, not the boss, but, the highest tier of villains, basically. Then, and I'm going to say that, every villain is afraid of this league because of the boss that's never been seen before, basically. So, yeah. It's been up for about 7 years. It's been up for 7 years. And they're called the 7 Sins. Someone said the 7 Deadly Sins, but it's called the 7 Sins. So, yeah. It's just called the 7 Sins. And if you watched my other video, the one explaining all the people, I'm not going to add on to it, but I'm I'm just going to keep it, about that many. I mean, I have a couple other people on that list now, but yeah, I'm not going to redo that entire list. So sorry guys if, you're going to leave comments, but yeah. And I am going to listen to them. I'm going to add them in the future, so yeah. So yeah. Deku basically snaps his fingers, and Shigaraki basically, is it Shigaraki? No, handjob. I'm going with handjob. Gets teleported away. Well, by, not by Deku, but gets teleported away by the shadowy teleporting villain. Because the shadowy teleporting villain knows what, this guy can do, but, handjob doesn't know what this guy can do. So, yeah. It's basically, going to be, one villain's in the know, the other isn't. And then, he basically has a discussion with the teleport villain at, the League of Villains, HQ, saying, why did you pull me out? I was going to disintegrate him, or something like that. I was going to win. He is literally a background character. And then, the shadow teleporting villain says he's no background character. If anything, he's the biggest boss. He's stronger than All for One. One for all? All for one. All for one, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's All for One. So, yeah. And handjob says he's stronger than All for One. Why wouldn't All for One just take his quirk? Apparently, All for One can't take his quirk. And then handjob says he can't take that kid's quirk. And then, then he says, it's basically, we don't know why, but he can't take the quirk. Okay, now let's get back to USJ attack. Deku basically teleports each person, Shadow and, the Nomu back into his little pocket dimension, and then he basically teleports himself into that pocket dimension, gets rid of all the clothes. Time doesn't pass in that dimension unless, Deku chooses it to be. So, yeah. And no one ages in that dimension, I'm going to say. So, yeah, basically immortality in that dimension. And then Deku basically, takes all of his, he's wearing a suit, but he takes his suit off and he takes his mask off. And then he basically, his horns might be glowing still, but as soon as he takes the mask off, his horns stop glowing because, his eyes in darkness start glowing. When his eyes in darkness start glowing, his horns start glowing. So, when he takes his mask off, he basically puts it down and it's not dark in the room, so it basically, allows him to, have his horns stop glowing. Then Deku basically, snaps his fingers, goes back to where he was before, and where he knows no one is looking. So yeah, that's the end of the USJ arc. So now let's get on to the sports fest. The sports festival. Let's get to the sports festival. Deku basically teleports into in first place. Then in the chicken fight, he basically, I'm going to say he basically, I don't know. He basically, I'm going to say his wings are strong enough to support everyone. And since he got first place in the, race, he has 10,000 points. He's going to have the same people. I'm going to say he has the same people. So, yeah. And then he basically starts flying upwards. As long as you don't touch the ground, you're good, basically. And, yeah. That's the end of that. And, I'm going to say that that he wins every fight in the, fighting thing. I'm not going to explain how, but he just wins every fight. I do not want to explain how. So yeah. Oh, by the way, is it Shinzo is on his team, and Noto, that copy guy is on his, on his, villain team, and Shinzo is on his villain team. Also Toga. So yeah, those are basically the ones I added. Everyone I added. Now, I just added like 4 people and 1 animal. Oh, and I also made my own unique character, Callie? Yeah, Kelly. She has a healing quirk. Perfect healing, I'm going to call it. So yeah. Those are the 6 people I added. Yeah, 6. So, yeah. Yeah, no, actually 5. Sorry. Not really prepared. I don't usually do these in the afternoons, so yeah. And I'm going to say that he goes to Night Eye's agency. Deku goes to Night Eye's agency. Night Eye cannot see his future, I'm going to say. He basically has a future-proof dome around him where no one can see his future. He does a test, he wins instantaneously because, Night Eye can't predict, his future, basically. I'm pretty sure that's as hard to predict the future. So, yeah. He can't predict the future around Deku. And, yeah. I'm going to say and I'm going to say that Night Eye's agency is right, next to Osu City. I'm pretty sure it's called, where the Stain attack happens. So basically, Deku is going to be. I'm going to say Deku is going to be. I'm going to say Deku finds Ida, and Stain. Then Deku basically... Should I do this? Yeah, I should do that. I'm going to say Deku basically attacks Stain and, he makes a clone of himself, but in, his villain attire. And then Deku, that clone Deku basically makes a portal under Stain and says, "You'll be mine." And Stain basically says, You're the #1 villain, or something like that. You're the most wanted villain in the world. Well, yeah. He basically says that. And then Deku says, the clone says, "I want you on my side. Now get in the portal or else." And he summons Shadow, basically. So, yeah, Shadow is basically, way threatening. So, yeah. And Stain just jumps into the portal, and, yeah. Deku basically says, "Thank you, I guess," to, his clone, basically. So, yeah. And then, Deku's clone just goes to the portal and says, here boy, and basically has, Shadow go into the portal. So, yeah, he jumps in the portal and, and then, closes the portal, basically. And then Ida says, "Who was that?" And then Deku said, "I don't know." And, yeah, basically that happens. Looks like I'm running out of time, guys. Sorry. Yeah. So, but this is the end of my for now. Like, subscribe, comment, and see you guys later. Peace.